Welcome back to Stasis, Geek. This is a strange one to talk about because I'm going to talk about ads. And what ads? Well, there was a meeting with Disney Plus. Now, before I go on what was said, because it's a bit contradictory when you see what Disney is at the moment. Okay, we know there's going to be the tier system. Premium, and you're going to get ads if you pay the lower ones. And that's going to be across the board. It's not just going to be Disney Plus. But what I'm on about Disney is because if you take it to heart, there is something you love about Disney. Something that adheres to the Disney brand, the Walt Disney brand, that you love. Now, you may hate the direction of the business that is going because it's damaging what's previously been there and the family fun element. So this ad sales pitch meeting by Rita Farrell, if I butchered your name, but there's some weird things because it's been announced recently, that they lost 4 million subs. Now that's weird in itself because that was down to a majority of the cricket rights. Now, cricket is multicultural as it's played around the world. It's one of the biggest sports. Now, I've had the pleasure of going to India, and if there's a bit of dirt, dried bit of mud, a little bit of grass, and somebody's got a bat and ball, it's going to be a game on. Any time of the day, throughout the night, it doesn't matter. If it's really dim, that light is going, it's going to be a game on. And it's brilliant to see. So, one of their statements was, multicultural is mainstream. Now I'm going to hold it and I'm going to take away United States of America. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because if you're getting rid of one of the biggest sports on ESPN, you lost the rights. We didn't fight for that, did you? You didn't up that because that's going to get you a massive multicultural audience that might start watching your other programs. They might start, what is this? What is that? But your content around that isn't there. Now, if we take India, most of those kind of shows are now on Netflix. Scandinavian languages, you got the Danish, the Swedish, the Norwegian, are all on Netflix. What has Disney kind of got? They've got a kind of Spanish little section, very, very minute at the moment, and then United States. So multicultural is mainstream, but it isn't. If you actually look at the bigger picture for a business sense, I don't get this. Now the next statement is even weirder when you just read that statement, because what is Disney's market? What is their growth aspect? Is it world domination, or is it a couple of states in America? A small majority in America. It's very, very strange because the next one is when people see themselves on screen, it stays with them. It builds communities and fandoms. Well, at the moment, it hasn't. Every live action Disney, anything new, has either broken a fan base up or destroyed a community because it's just fight. You got that side against that side, that one. Now, if you look at what Disney's going, they've swung, wow, where you going? And they just go after, a weird attack system at the moment. That it's all about what they say here. It leans into all aspects of diversity. Very, very weird statement. Because does it? No, because you're alienating a lot of people. Because if you take out United States, most countries will be liberal, right-leaning. Just the way, you do have the extreme ones, but most countries will be that way. So what is their audience? What audience is that? Business sense, not really getting it. So if you're sitting back, getting this pitched at you, well, what numbers are you going to get? What makes somebody watch She-Hulk? What audience is that aimed for? Give me the numbers. Because if you're saying I'm going to put ads on it, well, what about if you're a I don't know. You're a right-leaning, I don't know, whiskey company. That's not going to be the fan base to get that, is it? So what is their cultural aspect of their business they're going for? So it's very, very strange because everything they keep on saying is bizarre. Just for ad purposes, for business purposes. We have best storytellers who understand cultural and how we talk to communities in a relevant way. But are they? Be honest. Because what they're doing at the moment is targeting that when the broader picture is that. So for the world, that statement is completely wrong because they're not talking to communities. They're telling what you should like. That's not a two-way throw. That's not kind of engaging. So it's another very weird statement. So I don't get what they're going. And then this statement, it's on Deadline, and it's a very one. It's all about, again, DeSantis, Florida, the attack, back and forth. Okay, deal with that yourself because you dug your own kind of grave in that way. Is you didn't, again, communicate, you attacked, didn't really read, and then you've had backup. So it's again, for somebody who's outside the Americas, you look in and you go, what are you doing? For business sense, this does not make any sense. Now, for business sense, to get a tier system, yes, because the way it's being managed now with Netflix and all that is, you're sharing, all that, and you're not getting it. You're getting it all kind of for free. Some people is having that tier system. Yeah, people. Yeah, you got to watch an ad before or halfway through a show. Yeah, you pay for what service you're going to get. If they all introduce it, fair play to them. But there's other statements when this just are weird. No other company in media or technology is driving change like we are. What? So, what are you driving? You're driving what? Because all I see is alienating people, and then people get shouted that because if you actually look at the people shouting, they're not buying Disney. They're not supporting with their hard-earned cash because the share price is doing that. So they're not doing well. All the numbers for new shows on Disney Plus are dive bombing. Everything is just boom. Oh, it was the best one since that last worst one. Well, yeah, that makes sense. But it's just bizarre. We own our own tech. Well, what? It's just bizarre. Now, it is more funny is when you kind of read the defense of this in a very stupid way, because I don't get if people are idiotic or they just kind of spiral out sometimes. Because if you take Disney as a property, that property in Florida is huge. It will make a county up probably in the UK. It's ridiculously big. Not just the parks, the golf, the hotels, every bit of infrastructure they've got there is huge in Florida. So you've got idiots here who are saying that they've been offered land elsewhere. Now, stop. If Disney moved out of Florida, their sharehold price would drop so much because, one, it's not just pick up and move, it's rebuild a full infrastructure of building likes of a city. Would your shareholders think that's a good idea? No, because everything else in Florida is for tourism. So you're going to get people coming in, Disney, Universal, whatever, and spend their cash. They go boom, 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 all around. Now, if you move it out of a state, let's say, I don't know, let's go for New York. Yeah, New York State. Where's it going to fit in? It doesn't, does it? You know, so that's the people's statement say they should leave Florida. They, you know, blah, 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 you know, because of DeSantis. Well, I don't think he's going to go anywhere soon. So this resolvement, again, they're not having a community debate. Again, they're just talking. So, yeah, if you're, oh, they should just move. Never going to happen. You know, that's not going to happen. But for business sense, losing cricket rights, losing other countries' interests, you know, if you went to Scandinavia, I'm going to put in there, handball is a big game out there. Well, do they have the rights to that? You know, the netball league in the UK is getting more attraction, you know, just more interests. But then you look at the entertainment side of it. If you're pulling in these different aspects of to put on Disney Plus and rebrand it for the tier system, what are you actually getting? Because if I love one kind of aspect of it, well, then you've got to go and entice me with other entertainment, other documentaries. But it's all the same, because what they're showing is, well, we need to have diversity. That's great. And it needs to be culturally mainstream. But you're not. Disney isn't. So I don't get this statement of what it's pitching to. Who are you pitching to? Just very, very bizarre. And I say, I'm just confused, because if you look at it just the money wise, it ain't going to change, because you've got too many just a bit to the right leaning countries. They're not going to change. They're not going to change for a corporation, are they? You know, this is inbuilt into these countries, you know, so it's very, very bizarre. You know, let's go for another European country, Estonia. You guarantee that's right leaning. That's not going to ever go, well, yeah, we're going to push what Disney push out there. So you're losing all these countries. So your ad revenue is your states in America. Yeah, certain, and you have to say it's blue states, isn't it? You know, and you're going to get the odd aspects in red states, but that is it. So you got now, Canada's going to probably change in the next general election over there. You know, the Liberal Party probably will lose. So that's gone. You've got the, you know, Latin American, you know, countries. You got some good things on Netflix. So why would you need Disney? And, hate to say it, football out in all those countries. Soccer, if you're American, of course. But what revenue is that going to engage for Disney? If they do a tier system, what, you're just going to have some weird, oh, I'm watching something I've loved, I don't know, Aladdin. There you go, I used to like that. And you're watching Aladdin, and then you get some weird ad come up that is not relevant to what your kind of algorithm has said that you're watching. I've been watching Star Wars, and now I've watched Aladdin, and I get weird multicultural, but not multicultural, because it's only set for the States. Yeah, I'm not going to have watching the Indian Premier League, are you? So it is a bizarre, business bizarre. But yeah, give us your comments. Yeah, have a look on Deadline. It was done yesterday, so yeah, go and have a look. It's they do a bit of a trigger for the people, because it says, if you don't read the whole article, it first starts off with the Florida standoff, but it's not. It's all about ads. So yeah, have a look. Yeah, give us a comment. As always, if you want to comment, and give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.